Hi there, Heather Price here. Thank you so much for joining me on Shamanic Path and Practice on the Sunday Sunset Lives. I couldn't think for a moment there. I'm not able to put the caption up there for some reason. Anyway, welcome. Thank you those who are joining me now and those who are joining me later. It's always good to see you. Just trying to get that straight. The painting in the background, by the way, is mine. I painted that years ago to support the healing that I do. It's at the end of the healing table, so I get energy coming in from that portal. But mostly it takes the energy through the portal and helps to transmute and turn it into, from a heavy energy into a light energy. There's some really beautiful words around the swirling part. And I get my clients to look at that and see which word jumps out after a healing, just to see, or I look at it. Often it's just me looking at it, and it gives me a clue. And that's the fascinating thing, that the answer is always there in the background, behind you, supporting you, waiting for the right time to present to you. You could stare at that painting and not see the word, but once you're in the right space and you're in the right place, the word appears. So I was thinking about what I was going to talk to you about today. I tried to force that a few times, to really sit and think about it. Nothing came. Nothing at all. And so I decided to have a Sunday afternoon nap, see if I could dream it up. No dream. No clues. And then I started to reflect on my day and the magic that happened in the day. And what came up was something very much related to what I've just talked about in the painting. And that is, when the answer is meant to come to you, it does. When the way is meant to be shown to you, it will be shown. And all you can do in the meantime is your best. And then surrender the rest. Surrender the problems, surrender the worries, surrender the details. Do your best as in having a focus, having a vision, feeling into it. How do you want to feel for this to work? When it has worked, how do you want to feel? When it has come into fruition, how do you want to feel? And what is the principle that's behind this? So today, when I was earlier, I was not even aware that the solution to something I've been concerned about for a couple of weeks would come to me when it did. And it came so beautifully, so easily. And I haven't been particularly worried about it. I knew that the answer would come, but there was still this little bit of, like there was today, trying to force it to come. And each time I learn this lesson, when I finally relax and take a breath and surrender, I've done all I can do. The principle is integrity for me. I wanted to stay in integrity. It was about finding the way to present something to somebody without harming them, without worrying them. And then it just came to me. And the great thing is that it's an authentic way that I can actually manage this now. So Spirit has shown me how to stay in integrity. So that was the principle. That was what was guiding me. Okay? So your focus and what you want to do is guided by a principle, in this case integrity and trust. Trusting that the right outcome will come if you can just hang in there long enough with faith, with trust, with a really solid understanding that you're not alone, and it will show itself to you. So I want you to think about that. We have, at the moment, so much happening around us that's trying to force us into panic, trying to force us into fear. But if we can take a breath of love coming into our heart, remembering the principles and the primary focus that we're focusing on right now, that we're actually acting out. What is that? I would like to say lesson, I guess, but it's more a mission. It's an initiation. What is it that you're going through right now? You know what it is. It keeps repeating. It'll be there when you look at it. For me, it's always trust, or has been for a long time. I think in the early days it was compassion. That was my mission, to learn deep compassion that came from my heart, so to replace judgment with compassion. But at the moment I'm on a mission of fully trusting that spirit, the universe, source, and my high self will show me the way. So let's draw the cards and see if they back up what I'm talking about. And then I'll play my drum. I can see you, beautiful beings, as you're coming in. Greetings. It's so nice to see you. And I will be in touch with you at the end of this offering and connect with you there. I just try not to look too hard because I get distracted. So here I am, feeling into these cards. These are my daily co-creation cards, which most of you know about, many of you have. And some people I don't know have. It's a funny story the other day. A friend of mine who's a colleague who does what I do, very similar to what I do, quite a bit younger than me, and she introduced me to a friend of hers. And it turned out that eventually they discovered that he knew me through my cards. He had a packet of my cards. How nice is that? So even though we'd spoken online and connected, I would never have asked him if he had a packet of my cards. But she brought out the cards while she was with him, and he said, I've got those cards. And then she said, oh, that's the person I've connected you with. Such a beautiful synchronicity. These cards are pretty magical. They're very tuned in. They never let me down. And they're simple as, they're not complicated. I designed them to be simple and not complicated, with the 4 directions guiding you, the 4 winged creatures holding you. The first one, in reflection of what I've been talking about, is consistency. That's a beautiful card. I can rely on myself to be consistently true to myself in all ways. Well, in this case, the consistency means to be consistent in your trust that everything will work out, that everything will come to you in divine time, and not to panic. And consistency in the knowing of your truth, of who you are, why you're here, of your principles that, that define you. And one particular one, your focus at the moment. I have to have a sneeze. Pardon me. Excuse me. Self-care. Oh, now this is a bit tricky. How do I work this one out? Consistency in this case is the focus. So if I really want to learn to trust in timing, this is what it's really about. Trust in divine timing, trusting in divine providence, trusting that divine will follow up and follow through. I have to really understand that and practice that every day. Self-care. I think what this means for me today particularly is I take care of myself at all times so I can then share my energy with others with ease and grace. Well, today I took care of myself by having an afternoon Sunday nap, and that just helped me to be very relaxed, which is when it came to me what I was to talk about. But lately I've had to be really, that is my mission, and it's a mission for all of us, because at the moment, if we're consistent in our self-care, we'll get through whatever we're faced with today with ease and grace, as they say. So not forgetting those principles, being consistent in your daily practices, being consistent in your self-care, and knowing how important it is to put yourself first each day before you hop out there and start sharing your energy with every person who comes to, to enjoy it. I have to watch what I say. It's not about comes to take it. They come to enjoy it. So making sure your energy is uplifting and that you're aiming to stay within your principles. Being careful about what you agree to. Being careful about your words that you say as well. And then the gift that comes when you do that is harmony. So we hear that word coherence a lot these days. It's a great word, very popular. You'll hear it everywhere. And that means to be in harmonious flow, heart coherence, to be in harmonious flow with your heart. So when you're consistent in your daily practices and in your self-care, you come into coherence, into harmony, into daily flow. I consciously create harmonious flow in all areas of my life today. How nice is that? And then finally, the gift from the universe is clarity. So this is for you today. So I want you to think about something that you've been wondering about, that you've been maybe, thinking about and trying to find a solution to. So what you'll find something in these words for you. So the outcome or the gift will be clarity when you are consistent in your daily self-care. I'm talking to you now. So when you remember each morning to have a ritual, a practice, could be a practice of greeting the day, it could be a practice of expressing gratitude, it could be a practice of meditation and just being present. It could be a practice of just an affirmation or a declaration that I now trust in my journey, or I now trust in everything that crosses my path today. So clarity is the gift, because you know what you're here for, you know what your intention is, you have this daily practice, this daily routine, and a mission that you know that you're on. I see my way clearly today and allow all to unfold gracefully. I am in flow. So that is your gift. So if you are consistent in your daily practices of self-care, being awake, caring in your thoughts, caring in your words, then harmony follows. And you have the gift of clarity. It all becomes clear. It's exactly what we were talking about before I drew the cards. So consistently trusting that whatever's happening around you, don't panic. Don't rush to make it better, to find a solution. Be diligent in your daily practices and your principles. Know what you're prepared to, maybe not be so tight around. Maybe what you can let go. But there are some things, for me, it's integrity and truth. And authenticity, and not lying about something, not trying to make it easy for myself by spinning a story in this case, which I was concerned about. And just staying in that integrity, stay with that beautiful principle of, that's clear to you, your intention, and it will unfold for you. And of course, inviting in what you need. I have a daily practice of inviting in what I need. There's a lovely little prayer about Mother Mary that I say, and I love Mother Mary because she's that symbol of the sacred feminine, and the mother feminine, and Kuan Yin equally so. And I had some criticism once about bringing those two together, but they're perfect. They have they're from the west or not the west, they're both from the east, these figures, but they have such beautiful compassion. And so grace is the word I'm looking for here, and that is what I invite in every day in this prayer. Okay, so I hope that's all clear for you. I hope that's helped. Now I'm going to play my drum, and the idea is for you to journey with the drum with your eyes closed, or you can keep them open. You can look into that picture behind me, maybe take a photo of the picture. You might see a word in there if you zoom in. But I'd rather you just relax, let the drum take you to a place where you surrender, a place where you allow your guidance to show you something, or for you to hear something that you're ready to hear in that world within. Just putting that down a little bit. Okay, here's my drum, my beautiful, faithful drum that never lets me down, and plant medicine drum. Okay, so I'm going to drum to the east and open the gates of the east, which is the place of spirit and your connection with the divine. Open the gates of the north. It's the place of your physical body and all that brings comfort and abundance. Open the gates of the west, the place of the heart. This is where the coherence and the harmony sits, in that when your heart is open and your compassion is strong, so much love comes into your heart. No judgment of self particularly or others. Just awareness, discernment and acceptance. Opening the gates of the south, place of the mind, place of planning, communication, clarity, vision, intention. They're all open for you. Going to come to the center where they all come together to reveal the truth of who you are, to reveal the mission that you're on today. I want you to take a journey with the drum, gently closing your eyes and having the intention for something to be revealed to you at some point in the drumming. Try not to think, just let the information come to you, to flow to you. You may see something, sense something, taste something, smell something, hear something, remember something, one thing. But first, have an intention before you go out there. What is it that you need to know more about? What do you need to have more trust in today? To be revealed to you eventually, if not today. The intention goes out there, goes out to the world, and in divine time the answer will come. Don't try to hurry it, don't try to force it. Just take this time to be present with your spirit, your body, your heart, your mind as one. Feel your feet relaxing into the earth and your breath deepening. Just relaxing your shoulders as you breathe out and let go. You're taking a journey with the drum, walking down the pathway, a beautiful pathway. You feel the earth under your feet and you're so grateful. Could be even green grass under your feet. There is a large body of water on the left-hand side as you walk. It could be a lake or a river or the great ocean. Water supports you into flow. When you look further down the path, there is a light moving towards you, and this holds the energy that you are inviting in, that will eventually in divine time bring you the answer you are seeking, or awakening the dreaming to come into fruition. And you can trust that will happen in divine time, and you may get a very clear message today that you may even like to share with me, with others. Something quite beautiful, rich, to assist you on this journey of discovery of the truth of who you are, your soul song, to be fully developed and sung in this lifetime. But for now, it's just a matter that is at hand, something that you've been asking for. Guide starts to walk towards you. This could be an animal spirit guide, or in human form, or in mythical form, mystical form. And you greet this guide with so much love and gratitude. And it could even be an ancestor or a loved one who's passed. And you share with them your mission. Whatever it is, the mission that you're on, that you're looking for information around, guidance around, confirmation around, clarity around. And then you follow this guide towards somewhere in this world within, even perhaps to a mountain, or it could be to a waterfall, or to the river, or to the ocean. Go with the guide and sit by this place and listen. Don't ask too many questions. You've already asked the questions. Just relax and listen. up now for the solution to come to you in perfect timing, whether today or another time. A big breath of openness. Surrender. Trust. When you hear or sense or feel, if it does happen, the guidance, see if you can turn it into an affirmation or a declaration. For me, what came was, I am on track. All is unfolding divinely. Listen and turn it into an affirmation, and you can write it in the chat. I'd love to see it. You've all done well. The energy has changed. The shifted. The drum just wants to beat a loving song of gratitude, giving thanks to the guide and to the guidance and to the drum, bringing back the feeling, the sense of what the journey was about. If you don't have anything else, relax, enjoy, absorb. Turning around, the water is now on the right hand side as you venture back down that earth path that leads you back to this space, to here, to now, to your body, to your heart, to your mind, bringing your spirit all the way back in through the crown, breathing in. Bringing in that beautiful spirit of yours that's been wandering out there, all the way in, all the way back, all the way in, pulling it down like a kite, taking a big, deep breath of gratitude. Again, my affirmation that came through, I am on track. All is evolving in divine time. Trust. Thank you for tuning in. I can see some beautiful loved ones in there. Thank you so much. Sending you love. I'll be in touch with you soon. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the journey. I hope you enjoyed finding and discovering a little bit more in that space. Please know that you can reach me on my website or here. You can direct message me. Just leave your comment. I'll get back to you. And my website is www.shamanicpathandpractice.com, and you'll find me greeting you on the first page, and then you can go to the About to find out more about me if you haven't met me before. I've actually updated that recently. Some nice photos in there, some new photos. And yeah, and the rest is there for you to find quite easily from that first page, the home page. Take good care of yourself until we meet next Sunday. It's going to be Easter Sunday, so I'm hoping I'm still going to be able to work this out. I'm pretty sure I can. Hopefully I will. Our special, beautiful Easter Sunday, hopefully with family, that we gather with family and with loved ones. And you may not have time to tune in here, but that's okay. I may or may not be here. Who knows? We'll see. Take good care. Until then, blessings be.